So this is kind of like a diving 101 for newbies. So I'm going to teach you about the diving numbers. Because what's going to happen is whenever you come to practice, right, we're going to teach you these numbers, and these numbers correlate with different dives, and you got to know how to read them, because it makes it easier for you. And at meets, that's how they're going to tell you before you walk up. They'll tell you what dive you're called to do with that number. So first off, there's 5 different groups. So so each of these numbers correlates with a different group of dives. So the first one is fronts, and the second one is backs. So this is like your front flips and your back flips. Super easy. And then your 3 is reverse. And if you've ever done gymnastics or tumbling, you've probably heard them as gainers. But in diving, we call them reverses. 4 is inwards. And then 5 is your twisters. And if your reverses are like a back flip forwards, then your inwards are a front flip backwards. And you'll learn more about that. And then after that, you kind of got to know how to do your dive. And so there's a couple letters that are associated that will tell you how to do your dive. So there's A, B, C, and D. And these are positions. So A is straight. So whenever you do your dives in the straight position, you can't do anything else but straight. Like if you bend a little bit, if you pike a little bit, you can be deducted points for that. And then B is pike. So you're B in a pike position. If you make like a lowercase b with your hand and you put your thumb on your palm, that's the position you're going to make. And C is tuck. And if you make a C with your hand and you close it, and you close your fist, you got to tuck your hand. That's the position you're going to be in. And D is free. And D is a special case and really only correlates with twisters. Anyways, so normally for these first 4 dives in springboard diving, they're going to have 3 numbers. So the first number, for this case, we'll just put 1. That's your group. So since it's 1, we can look back over here. That's front. And then your next numbers, for this case, we'll just put 0, 1. That's your number of half flips. So we're doing a front dive with a half flip. So that's just a normal go up, go down, hands first. And let's give it a position. Let's just say in this case it's A. So if you look back here, again, it's straight. So in this specific case, 101A is a front dive straight. And this would be a back dive pike, a reverse flip tuck, or a inwards double tuck. Not too crazy, but yeah. So it's pretty basic. Once again, you have your group number, front, for this case, number of half flips, you're only doing 1 half flip, and your position is A, which is straight. Now twisters are a little bit more difficult to kind of get a hold of, but you'll always see twisters. You know it's a twisters if it starts out with 5. And then after that, after the 5, there will be any of these 4 numbers. So in this case, we'll just put back, right? So this is going to be a back twister of some sort. Then your next number is going to be, once again, your number of half flips. So in this case, we'll just put 3. So this is your group, and then your number number of half flips. And then the last number, this one has 4 numbers, is going to be your number of half twists. So in this case, we'll just put 3. And then 9 times out of 10, the position of your twister is going to be D. So that's free. Because everyone twists a little differently. So if it has D, it doesn't really matter how you get it around. Of course you want it to look good, but you can be a little piked, you can be tucked, you can do it straight. But 9 times out of 10, your twister in springboard diving will be a D. That's about it. It's actually super easy. So once again, just a little overview. You have your fronts, backs, reverses, inwards, twisters for your groups. And then you have your straight, pike, tuck, and free for your positions. And then over here for these first 4, they will always be 3 numbers. Your first one is telling you your group number. And then your next number is telling you your number of half flips. And then your letter is telling you your position. And twisters, the first 2 numbers are going to tell you your group, so you know it's a twister, and then it's going to be in back. Your third number is going to be your number of half flips. And then your 4th number, your extra number, is going to be your number of half twists. And then your last letter is going to be your position. But yeah, it's super easy.